Welcome to the next tutorial on the 90-word writing. So what I've picked this time is a question from theme 2, which is on health, and therefore it should hopefully give you a little bit of variety from what we did last time on theme 1, which was on family and friends. So this was from the specimen paper set 2, so again came out before the actual exam started in 2018, but it's the sort of question that you can expect for the 90-word piece of writing. So let's go through it again. Let's do the planning together again, and then we'll write it together again. Hopefully you'll start to pick up the patterns that I'm starting to use and how we can adapt them for different topics. So I have also added this time to the planning section. Just from doing the last video, it was really evident as I was writing it, I was thinking of the different verbs that I could use. And so I thought perhaps we could add some key verbs. We're going to have 10, 11 sort of key verbs that we can kind of use in lots of the topics to give ourselves some variety with the verbs we're using. Because actually, it's taken me some time to think about it. You probably noticed on the last video, I was pausing quite a lot, thinking, oh, what different verbs can we use here? So I think that'll be a useful section for us to add. So this is the task. First thing you'll always need to do is decide on which of the questions is best suited to you. And I suggest we'd have to read them both. There's normally two. This year's year 11, so if you're doing your exams in 2021, you'll have 3 90-worders to choose from, and you just choose one of them. But for most of you, if you're watching this after that, you'll just be doing one 90-word. I'm picking one 90-worder from 2. So say we've chosen this one, we must have obviously already read this, and we've decided that we're writing about health because we've noticed this keyword here, which is santé, and we know that it's santé. And you're always, for some reason, writing for your blog, but that's kind of irrelevant. We don't need to worry about that. It's the main thing's the topic here. So that's the first thing's health. That's good because we're starting to think about food, exercise, all the things to do with health. So that should give us a bit of a steer into what some of these bullet points might mean. Bullet point 1, we've got this idea of a régime, which you should remember from the health topic is diet, and then alimentaire. Anything that's alimentaire is to do with food. So it's basically talking about your diet, what you eat and drink. Okay. And second one is les aspects stressants de votre vie. Well, hopefully you've recognized the word stressant, stressful, and vie, life. So stressful things in your life, stressful aspects in your life. Okay. Third bullet point is une activité sportive récente. Well, again, keyword sportive, sporting, and récente, recent. And then the last one, santé, that we've already recognized from this, health, and then à l'avenir, which they often use rather than dans le futur. Dans le futur meaning in the future, à l'avenir is a synonym. It means exactly the same thing, and they like to use it because they like to test whether you know it or not. So your health in the future. So we've worked out what the bullet points mean. That's great. So let's have a little write here about what those bullet points mean. We can just sort of like paraphrase it. So my diet, I'm just going to literally write that there. That's fine. That's enough for me to talk about that, my diet. Okay. In terms of what I eat and drink. Stressful things in my life. Okay, we can put that one there. Stressful things in my life. Third bullet point, what have we got here? Recent sport done. Recent sport done. Okay, or played if we like. And the last one, health in future. Okay, or let's put my health in future, so we know it's directed to us. Okay, so that's great. So we've got those bullet points sorted. We know what they mean. Then, definitely, once we've done that, okay, I'm not going to start thinking about this yet, or start writing it yet. I'm going to go up here and do my tense rules. So I've got my tense rules. We do it every week. Present tense, let's write PR, present tense, and it's je and and like we did last time, it's good to do an example. Now, just bear in mind, we've looked at this topic and it's on health. Why don't we do the verb manger with this one? Because it's going to be a useful one for us to use. So let's use our example and do manger. So je and equates to je mange, I eat, present tense. Past tense, let's just do with a P for past tense. Je and j'ai and a. So let's go j'ai. This will obviously take a lot less time to do if you're writing it. It takes me a little bit longer. I'm typing it. Okay, j'ai and a, and let's do manger as an example. So j'ai mangé. There's your j'ai and a. Okay, the examples are really useful because you can see how it works with the verbs, and this will come in when we look at our key verb section in the middle there. And the last one, F for future, je vais plus verb comme play. Okay, and that equals je vais manger. Never quite fits in that box, which is always a little bit irritating, but there we go, je vais manger. Look at that. Okay, perfect. So that's our tense rules. Okay, then I'm going to do my opinions in the three tenses. So present, let's do it again, is say, it is. Past, okay, is c'était, it was. And again, these are the non-negotiables. So while they're on that list, you have to know these. Okay, if you don't know these, you're going to struggle big time to get 14, 15, 16 out of 16. Ce sera for our future, it will be. So we've got present tense, say, it is. Past tense, c'était, it was. Future tense, ce sera, it will be. If you don't know them, put them on a post-it, stick them around your house, put them on the biscuit tin, put them on the toilet, put them on the fridge. Okay, do it now, and make sure you know them come your exam in May, June time. What I've added this time is key verbs. I think this will be really useful. And actually, I think we might do that after we've done this, because I think we'll do this next. We need to work out which tense each bullet point is in. So let's look at my diet. Well, if I'm talking about my diet, presumably it's what I normally eat. Okay, so let's go with present tense, PR. Okay, stressful aspects of my life. Well, it's kind of not really talk about past or future, so it's definitely present there. Okay, what are the stressful aspects of my life at the moment? Present tense. What you'll notice is it tends to follow the same pattern to present tenses there. This one doesn't actually ask for an opinion, so we're going to have to make sure we do that ourselves. Okay, a lot of the times the bullet points will actually force you to give an opinion, like your favourite sporting activity. But anyway, the third bullet point, recent sport done. Well, that's obvious, it's recent. They tend to use recent, you will notice that from the last one, or recently. So let's go with past. I'm actually going to write past there rather than P. And then the last bullet point, your health in the future. Well, that's pretty obvious. As long as I do à l'avenir, that's fine. Even if I didn't know what that meant, I know the bullet points will get me to do present tense, past tense, and future tense. And if I'd already worked out that's present and that's past, even if I didn't know what à l'avenir was, I could work out what it means in the future, because that's the tense of bullet point that's missing. I've got present, I've got past that I've worked out. It's got to be a future tense bullet point. So I know that, and that will help me, even if I didn't know what à l'avenir meant. Okay? Then this section I think is going to be really useful as well, actually. So what I thought about is some key verbs that we can use. And I've tried to think of 8 that we can use that follow our usual pattern, our tense rules that we've got written there to the right. And then there's a couple others that are really useful that we just need to learn. They're part of the non-negotiables. The on the non-negotiables, or 2 of them are, one of them's not. But they are super, super useful. So the verbs that I've decided to go with are as follows. Écouter, the verb to listen. Regarder, the verb to watch. Jouer, the verb to play. Manger, the verb to eat. Visiter, oh, not a double I, visiter, the verb to visit. Voyager, the verb to travel. Be careful with the next one. Travailler, the verb to work. Nothing to do with traveling. And I've done with passer, the verb to spend time. But you always need to put how much time you're going to spend after it. Okay, so those are the first ones I'm going to go with. And then I'm going to put a little star here. Okay, and I'm going to put aller, faire. Oh, look, this is going to be and boire. And I'm going to have to make this smaller because I can't actually see any of those. So let's make all those a little bit smaller. Let's go with 12, shall we? Oh, that's very small. Let's go 14. Okay. Oh, there we go, 14. That's a little bit better. There we go. And then we've got our little stars or bullet points there. So these ones, all ER, all follow our rule. Je ne, je vais plus verb complet. Look, I've just noticed that there. That accent's been written off. There we are. Put that accent back on. Really important. Don't forget it. So those 8 there all follow that rule. These ones slightly different, okay, particularly in the present tense and the past. Future is always fine. Je vais plus that verb, so the future is always fine, okay. Present and past, these are slightly different, but certainly aller and faire are on the non-negotiables. Boire we have done a lot of times, and we'll just make sure we keep learning it. Okay, it's je bois, B-O-I-S in the present, and j'ai bu, okay, bu in the past. But you make sure you know that one before the exams. Once I've done that, that is my plan. Sorted, done. I know what I'm going to write about, the 4 bullet points. I know which tense they're in. I've got my tense rules written here to refer to. I've got my opinions in the 3 tenses there, and I've got my key verbs to use there. So once I've done that, I'm going to get cracking and writing it. But before I write, I'm going to remember some key things that the mark scheme and the examiners will be looking for. So they're going to be looking for me answering 4 bullet points clearly, accurately, simply. Okay, nothing complex, accurate, simple, clear. Okay, they're going to be looking for 2 opinions, a minimum. Okay, but we can do that. We're really good at giving opinions. They're going to be looking for 3 accurate time frames or tenses, which is where our plan comes in, because it's je ne, j'ai ne, je fais plus verb complet. We can do that. We can do that accurately. Accuracy, simple and clear. Big things I need to remember. Then in my little head, okay, I'm going to be thinking, right, can I start each bullet point with when, like normally or last weekend? Then can I use I plus the verb in the correct tense? So like normally I play, and then can I give an opinion about it? And if I can kind of follow that structure, I might not always be able to. If I can follow that structure, it will help me massively write this. So let's have a little look. Your diet. Okay. Big mistake I see lots of students making, I should have mentioned this on the other one, is them trying to use this. Then they go, votre régime alimentaire, say, makes no sense whatsoever, because you're saying your diet is. Okay, and it's nothing to do with your diet, it's to do with my diet. In that sense, okay, because I'm writing it, so it will be to do with your diet, but you're talking about your own diet, not your diet. Okay, that doesn't, if you understand that. So avoid trying to use that. Avoid even trying to say a régime alimentaire for this. I would start with when. So let's go with normally, normalement, and then we'll adjust the final bit. And then we talk about diets. We're going to be using the verbs to eat and to drink, which we've got there. So normalement, je mange. Now let's pretend we're healthy, so let's go with beaucoup, B-E-A-U, don't forget the U there, beaucoup de fruits et de légumes. Remember that from the health topic, okay, et de légumes. I always think it's good to use a quantity if you can, because it means it's always the quantity followed by de. Okay, and that means you don't have to worry about whether it's masculine, feminine, plural, whatever. You can just use de all the time. Makes it easier. So normally I eat a lot of fruit and vegetables. Now I said, can I say normally? Yes. The I plus the verb in the correct tense. Yes. Then can we give an opinion about it? Okay, right, that's fine. It always autocorrects legume. It's really annoying. It must be an English word. So let's put that back on as an accent there. Okay. What can we do with opinion? I think that it is. Check my spelling. Je pense que c'est. What do I think it is? Healthy. Good adjective to use for this one. Okay, another one to have in our bank of adjectives. Sain. Je pense que c'est sain. That's probably fine. Let's full stop that. Okay. Now, I always think it's good. Could we use a negative now? Maybe like an also, or perhaps another opinion. Also, I like to eat, or maybe I like to drink. So, aussi, j'aime boire. Now I've used beaucoup already. J'aime boire assez de, enough. I like to drink enough. Assez de l'eau. I like to drink enough water. Assez d'eau. De l'eau. Let's go with de l'eau. De l'eau. Spelling problems today. Aussi, j'aime boire assez de l'eau car, because it is, c'est bon pour la santé. It's good for your health. C'est bon pour la santé. Voila. Okay. I think this is healthy. Also, I like to drink enough water because it's good for your health. Okay. Now, that's probably enough. However, I could put in something. If I want to just be a little bit clever, I could put in a little negative, like I don't eat or I don't drink. Okay. So let's think of let's do it full stop. However, cependant, nice connective to use. Si pendant is a good way of remembering it. Si pendant for your spelling. And then let's think about negatives. Now, when I'm doing negative in French, I always think of the positive first. I eat, je mange, and then I make it negative using a ne and a pas, like a pair of glasses around it. So, je ne mange pas de. Cependant, je ne mange pas de. What do I don't eat? Je ne mange pas de viande. I don't eat any meat. Car je suis végétarienne. I think that's how you spell it anyway. I'll check that one. I'm pretty sure that's how you spell it for the masculine. Je suis végétarienne. Okay, right. That's spot on. This last bullet point, if you didn't feel confident, last sentence, if you didn't feel confident doing that, don't bother. Okay, just leave it as it is. Otherwise, if you thought, yeah, I can do that, that's fine. But when we moved in fine with this first part for that bullet point. Okay, it looks like a good bullet point. Let's just check. We'll start with when, verb in the present tense, opinion, yes, good. Okay, 2 opinions already. Always good to get opinions done straight away. Remember your opinion, I like, followed by the full verb. which makes it easier to use because we can just use the full verbs we've got noted here after the opinion. Nice connective cependant. I don't eat. That's good. Right, lovely. Let's move on. Remember what I said last time. Always leave a gap. One bullet point equals one paragraph. Move on. Stressful aspects of my life. That's quite tricky to do. Okay. We could use a bullet point to say the stressful aspects of my life are, but I think that's quite tricky. Okay. So I think we could go something along the lines of for me, or pour moi, le collège, oh, wrong accent, le collège est stressant. Okay, pour moi, le collège est stressant. Okay, or I could have said, instead of wanting to do pour moi is really nice to use, but instead of doing that, I could have said, I find, or I think that, à mon avis. That's a nice thing to do, actually, because it gives an opinion. À mon avis, le collège est stressant. Always changes that. Okay, just got to check. Est stressant. Let's full stop there. And I can say, je pense que c'est stressant. Car, why is it stressant? There's a lot of homework. Il y a, how would I say too much? Trop de. Remember that quantity, really good to use. Il y a trop de devoirs. Et, what I say, I have, j'ai beaucoup d'examens. A lot of exams. Now, a couple of these bits, if you're looking at this quite recent, is in sort of, I don't know, November, December time, we haven't covered this topic yet. Okay, but we will cover things like this in our topic on school. So that's fine in terms of vocab. So in my opinion, school is stressful. I think that it's stressful because we know there are, il y a trop de devoirs, there is or there are too much homework, and I have a lot of exams. I think that's quite a hard bullet point to answer. So actually, I'm going to leave it like that. Okay, I've given an opinion. I've used some nice language there. I've given a couple of opinions, actually. I think that's enough for that because I've written quite a lot for the first one. We don't have to cover each one with the same amount of sort of writing, so I'm just going to leave it. I think it's quite a tricky bullet point to answer. We're going to move on. Okay. Third bullet point, let's go back to our plan. What are we doing? Recent sport. Oh, this is quite straightforward, past tense. Now, I would avoid using recent because you have to use recently. Récemment, I think it's quite tricky, so I'd go with our stock one like le weekend dernier. Last weekend, because that is recent. Okay, so le weekend dernier, you can hyphenate weekend if you want. You don't have to. Le weekend dernier, check your tense rule now. Okay, so that's when, last weekend, then use I plus verb in the correct tense. We're in the past tense, that's J and A. So le weekend dernier, what sport did I play? Nice easy verb to use. J'ai joué. Sports are really easy, but remember jouer is followed by au. J'ai joué au foot. Now I always think if you did something, can you say who with? So adds another few words. Avec mes amis. 3 more words, a bit more detail. So le weekend dernier, j'ai joué au foot avec mes amis. What's my next thing up here? Can I then give an opinion about this? Well, of course I can. Okay. It was. Remember in the past tense, let's just check. Past tense opinion, c'était. So c'était, don't forget how it's spelled. Apostrophe, accent. C'était, what was it? Let's go with this one, fatigant. Great adjective to use. It was tiring. Okay, we could have done amusant, but I see amusant hundreds of times. So let's go with something different. If you didn't know fatigant, post-it note it, stick it on the fridge. Okay, learn it. Really good one to do. So le week-end dernier, j'ai joué au foot avec mes amis. C'était fatigant. Why don't we go mais amusant? That's even nicer. It was tiring, but fun. Nice, full stop. Now, that could be enough, but I know sometimes lots of you think that's done, I've answered the bullet point, but it's probably not enough words there. So let's say something else that we did as well. Okay, why do we say also and something else that we did? We can do it. It's easy to do. Aussi, not with W, double S. Aussi, what's my tense? Past, J-N-A, J. Now, I have used jouer. I could use jouer again, that's fine. How about using the verb to do? Faire. I did, j'ai, and in the past it becomes j'ai fait. It's on your non-negotiables. It's definitely one to learn. It's really useful. Aussi, j'ai fait. What did I do? J'ai fait du skate. Who did I do that with? Avec mon frère. I don't actually have a brother, but do you know what? I'm not that bothered because why is that not that working as an accent? I'm just getting an and. Let's try again. There we are. because I know how to spell it, I know how to use it. It's 3 more words and it gives extra detail. So you know what? That's fine. Also, aussi j'ai fait du skate avec mon frère. Et it was. Let's give it. I think that. We've already used I think that twice, haven't we? Actually, je pense que, and we've got an M on it. What about saying a? Je trouve. Let's give an opinion. Also, I did skateboarding with my brother because I love skateboarding. That's quite cool. Car j'aime le skate. That's quite nice. Gives a little opinion in there. Okay. Also, I did skateboarding with my brother because I like skateboarding. That'll do. That's fine. That's a nice bullet point. Probably 20 odd words there. Lovely. And then let's move on. Last bullet point. Let's just check our plan. My health and future tense. Well, I could obviously use what they're given the bullet point à l'avenir, or if I didn't quite feel confident using that, I could go to my stock dans le futur, which is quite easy to use. But if you wanted to, you could take this à l'avenir out of the bullet point in the future. Okay, it's a good one to use, get some variety. But anyway, dans le futur, what's my tense? Well, je vais plus verb complet. What am I going to do in the future to be healthy? Dans le futur, I've mentioned eating, drinking, sport. Okay, dans le futur, je vais plus verb complet. What am I going to do? I'm going to eat. Je vais manger. What am I going to eat? I'm going to eat less, moins de bonne. Or let's go with chocolat, because it's a bit more true to me. Dans le futur, now just be careful. Future's not got the E on the end of it. It always autocorrects on this. You won't get a mark for future with an E. It's an English word. You have to spell it correctly. Dans le futur, je vais manger moins de chocolat. Why? Car, say, it's like giving an opinion, mauvais pour la santé. It's bad for your health. So in the future, I'm going to eat less chocolate because it's bad for your health. What else am I going to do? That's only one thing, so I'm going to give another one. Aussi, je vais. What am I going to do? I'm going to play. Je vais faire plus de. Remember moins de and plus de? Less and more. Really good to use like quantities. Also, I'm going to do more. Je vais faire plus de sport. I think also I'm going to do more sport because, let's full stop it. Don't be afraid to do a short sentence. I think, je pense que c'est important. I think that's important. Je pense que c'est important. I think that'd be fine. Why do we put I think? Because I think that it is important. Je pense que c'est important. In the future, I'm going to eat less chocolate because it's bad for your health. Also, I'm going to do more sport because I think that it is important. Why is it? C'est important pour la santé. It's important for your health. That would do. It's pour la santé et le corps. No, let's just leave it at that. C'est important pour la santé. You know what? We can just scribble it out and redraft it. Right, that's fine. Okay, lovely. Let's just go now and check it. Don't just finish it, move on, think I'm done, sit there twiddling your thumbs for the last 10 minutes. If this is the foundation exam, this is your last question. Okay, let's go through it and make sure we've got bits right. So let's just check my diet. Have I answered the bullet point with not like when and then present tense normally, i.e. yeah, lovely. Have I given opinions? One opinion, I think that, I like. That's just 2 opinions already. That's great. Fab. On 2 opinions already. That kind of ticks the box for that. So I've done that. Second bullet point, check the plan. Stressful things in my life. In my opinion, another opinion, great. Le collège est stressant. Notice how I borrowed stressant. Okay, from the bullet point. I've taken the S off because it's talking about a plural thing, aspects. I'm just talking about school. Okay, but you can borrow some bits from the bullet points. Okay, I just would avoid taking the whole bullet point sentence. Definitely don't copy the votre. That means your. Okay, so you cannot copy the votre. If you're going to use that, you'd have to change the votre to mon or ma. Okay, but I would avoid doing that and always try and start with when, then I plus verb in correct tense. Anyway, in my opinion, school is stressful. I think this is stressful, another opinion, because there is too much homework and I have a lot of exams. Lovely. We found that bullet point quite hard, so we're just going to leave it like that. That's fine. Third one, une activité récente. Let's just check recent sport done. Okay, let's just check. Have I done when or last weekend? What's my tense? Past. What's my rule? J'ai and A. Okay. Yep. J'ai joué au foot avec mes amis. Opinion in the past. C'était. Let's just check that. C'était past tense. Lovely. Fatigant mais amusant. Aussi, j'ai fait du skate avec mon frère car j'aime le skate. Okay, that's nice. I could put where. Aussi, j'ai fait du skate or skate park. That might be quite nice. You can always say where. Let's add that. And we can always do it. Obviously, you wouldn't be able to type it, but you could do a little hat, little arrow, or little asterisk and put that in there. Or skate park avec mon frère car j'aime le skate. That's nice. Okay, if we add that little bit in as we're rereading it. And the last one, my health in the future. Okay, future tense, je vais plus verb complex. The easy one to do, ce sera. Now, I didn't put a ce sera. So let's have a little look at that. In the future, dans le futur, je vais manger moins de chocolat car c'est mauvais pour la santé. Aussi, je vais faire plus de sport car je pense que c'est important pour la santé. Why don't we change that say to a ce sera? Because I think that it will be. I don't know. No, perhaps I might leave it as it is actually, because I think it is important. I think that it will be important for. No, I'm going to leave it. I think for the time being, I think it sounds better with the say rather than this ce sera there. Okay, it just means we've only got two future tenses, but that's fine. I reckon that's probably 90 to 100 words, which is spot on. Is it accurate? Yes. Is it simple? Yes. Have I used two opinions? Yes, I've used more. Have I answered all 4 bullet points? Yes. Have I used 3 tenses accurately? Present tense, past tense, 1 example, 2 examples, 3 examples, future tense, 2 examples. Sorted. 16 out of 16, all done. Okay, so that is effectively a written piece of 90 words for theme 2 on health. Okay. You can obviously have a go at doing one yourself. I will make sure there's some on Teams for you to have a look at, like theme 1, theme 2, theme 3. And so once you've done that, really useful then to perhaps have a go, or you just have a go at writing one yourself. Don't use this, so to speak, don't read this at the same time, but now you've been through it, use that. Don't use the bottom bit, maybe just look at the plan, okay, if you like, and then try and write your own 90 word, give it to your teacher and they can mark it for you. Okay, but the planning, so important. So I hope that's helpful. That's theme 2, and there's obviously going to be one on theme 3, although we haven't covered much of theme 3 just yet because I'm doing this in October time. But when we've done theme 3, you'll find that hopefully really useful as well.